Hello, friend. Welcome to my channel out at the land, checking on things because we haven't been here in a hot minute and we've had crazy winds. So I wanted to check to see if we've had any branch loss on any of our trees. We did have a cedar tree get knocked over right on the fence line that we're gonna have to take care of, but I don't think we brought our chainsaw out here, so wanted to show you how full the pond is. Oh, it breaks my heart that we have to let some of it out, but we're not finished and it is what it is. Plus, we got to prep it for it actually holding fish, and it's not a good habitat right now for bass. So, wow, it washed a lot of crap. Lots of animal tracks though, so yeah, let me show you. All right, here's the pond, and it's supposed to go over to this area here, so it obviously still needs some filling, but we don't want it to do that. We need it to actually come back to this tree line right here. We need to get rid of all of this material that I'm standing on so that the pond is bigger. So let's walk down and see. I wouldn't be surprised if there are fish in there, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if there are snakes in there. And then I gotta figure out how to not make it so murky. Obviously that's from the silt and sediment, but the goal is to not be that milky. But isn't that crazy how much it filled up? It is crazy. I'm gonna walk this way. Still so much trash out here that keeps getting uncovered every time we have a rain. Like, look, random trash. Like, shame on whoever this was that lived here and just used it as trash. And you can obviously see this area right here really has water flow. Just how much it was able to carve itself out. So over here is the creek, and this is what, I mean, look how much sediment is sitting in the rocks. That's so crazy. Just washes right in. There's a lot of wasp activity down there. I see a lot of bees too coming in for water. You can see my bees are over there. Zoom, see them? And my bee guy put a box out at the road in our oak tree out there to catch a new swarm, and I think he did because there were bees active around it. We keep going back and forth on when we're going to start our build and like what is it going to consist of, how much are we going to do at once. We really want to be able to pay cash, so we're thinking about doing it in phases, getting the shell, the doors and the windows and the plumbing roughed in, like all of that stuff done first. Then we can get the plane over here and we can get the tractor in side, so everything's not just like living out here. But I don't know, we got to find an actual metal building builder, and that has been a challenge, which is so crazy. You wouldn't think that would be a challenge in Texas, but it's been a challenge. So let's see, Chad's got to unhook from the tractor. The whole reason we came out here, outside of checking on things, we just did the 50-hour service on the tractor, and he brought back over our lawn mower that we're going to use to mow the runway or use in part of our mowing. And he also brought our bucket, so he's unhooking that right now. I'm still zoomed in. Okay. And there he goes. He's got our forks on it. We're wondering if the tractor will lift the water tank out of the bed of our Ford. And then I need him to hook up my tiller, because I'm going to come out here tomorrow and finish tilling, and then go till my neighbor's garden for her. And then I got to hook up my hiller, and hopefully I can hill it on Sunday, because in a week I'm going to start planting. So there is our Land Pride mower. He's got to find a place to put it. Gonna tuck it in right next to the dirt pile. Okay, that is done. Now I'll hook up to my tiller, which is a little bit more challenging because you got to actually hook up the PTO component. All right, in the tractor, tiller is hooked up. Now we're gonna go see if I can get the water trough out of the bed of this truck. I am so glad that was not recorded on camera. I almost thought I was about to tip over my tractor. So I got to be the one to get the water trough out of the bed of the truck. And the tractor's not meant to lift that kind of heavy stuff. So weight distribution was off. And I thought I was about to tump over. That was so scary. But let me show you. There she be, safely on the ground. Oh my gosh, I'm still shaking. My heart is racing. So let's get out, and my tiller's on, connected. Let's get out, kind of walk through. I'm gonna re-till all of this stuff up. I'm definitely not tilling in mesquite tree seeds. I'm gonna go park this bad boy over here. Let me see where my hiller is so I can show you what I'm going to use. There it is. This little dude. It's going to make my rows. I'm thinking about, I don't know, I'm thinking about doing them a little wider, because now that I have seen how much I have to grow, like I've already started the pumpkins, the squash, the zucchini. I need to get my cattle panels, and the goal is to put my cattle panel trellis on this end of the garden. So like in here would be where they garden the cattle panel trellis. Say that 5 times fast. And I'm thinking if I do a little bit wider rows, I can put more things in, but I don't know that I have, like, my corn will be planted out here, my watermelons will be planted out here, my strawberries will be planted out here. So I still have all of this to till. I will till around my garlic. So I'll till up to the garlic and then hand weed out all of this grass. But like some of my sweet peas didn't die. But then some of them did. So I'm like, I grew these guys from seed and I don't know, like they look like they're okay. Like some of the undergrowth isn't, but look, there's brand new growth there. So I may not till this area. But they need a trellis system too. But you know what? I have dahlias and lots of, like, all of my cut flowers that have really tall stems are going to need like a grid system. I'm thinking I maybe go ahead and space out my hiller a little bit wider to give me a wider row, specifically because I think my row is like, I think it was 18 inches once I got done. Let me turn this back around. So this can come over to here, or at least here, and then this can be here. So I could go wider. I could probably take this to here. I don't know if I need to go that wide. Anyways, so maybe I won't maybe I won't till up the sweet peas that are living. Definitely not tilling up the garlic. I'll have to till in between. And then I have some, oh, look at all this grass. I have some flowers that are still in here, and I may just pull them out and replant them out of the way. I'm shocked that they're still living, to be honest. These are annuals. I planted them in the fall. Not all of them are living, but the same variety is living. That is so shocking to me. And then my collards have, look how pretty, have gone to seed. Let's save all of that. Let them die off. Never seen a collard go to seed, but look how pretty. Dang, look how pretty. So I gotta take all of this out and till it down. So I'm just gonna put it in my compost pile. Then I just have random lettuce. Look at this little lettuce growing. Something nibbles it though. That one's random. This one is random. And then I have a couple random still growing over here. Look at this. Random with a weed. Random. And then here. No, nuts. And then, shoot, I don't know if that's something. Oh, just need to till all this in. Till it all in. Till it all in, except for these random flowers. And I can't remember the name of them. They are still living. That's wild. So I need to run through and till everything else. And then obviously till this. And then I gotta go till my neighbors. And then I can hill it. So right now, dang, you can see the hail. We had hail out here. Look at all the hail strikes. I have to show Chad, that's wild. That's wild. Hail strikes. Okay, before I volunteer myself for tilling duty, come over and sit in my shade, under my shade cedar tree, and take a breather. What a joy it is to be out here. What a joy. This is the cedar that I was saying we're gonna have to cut down. It makes me sad because it broke in the windstorm. We had some crazy winds, crazy rain, crazy hail. Like, we just put roofs on our rental properties 2 and 3 years ago, and they're totaled. I have to put new roofs on them. 2 and 3 year old roofs completely totaled by a hailstorm that wasn't big hail. It was 1 inch to 1 3/4 inch hail, but the volume and the velocity and the density and the time were the culprits to the destruction. We opened our garage door after the hail finally stopped. It was like 20 to 25 minutes of straight hail. I had 5 inches of compacted ice. I'm going to show a picture. 5 inches of compacted ice at my garage door. 5 inches of just hail. Yeah. So, fun times. We are very, very busy, which is a blessing because we are roofers. So we are very blessed to be busy. But dang, that storm was monster. Even though it wasn't monster hail, we've had in our area 2 times in the last 2 years, we've had 4-inch hail around us, which that would kill somebody if you got stuck out in that. The velocity of a 4-inch hailstone, I mean, that's bigger than a DVD. It's nuts. Breaks out windows. Hell, the hailstorm we just had broke out the 2 of my properties. The back sides of them faced the storm, and I have 9 windows to replace. 9. It's crazy. So crazy. So anyways, okay. Let's make a game plan. I really wish there's a hawk. I really wish I see an owl. I hope to see an owl out here at some time. Would love to see an owl. Although, if I want chickens or something in the future, I don't want an owl nearby. Okay, so I'm just really boring you right now. So thanks for watching. Thanks for checking in with me and our little update. And stay tuned because we got lots to do out here. And I cannot wait to see this garden thriving with flowers, vegetables, and fruits. Looking forward to it. So until next time.